Is everyone ready? Okay. I'm ready. You ready? You ready? Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank26 UB2Bs. It is the 29th of January 2026. We are KTFalways.com, which stands for Keep the Faith Always in Our Heavenly Father. Before we do anything, we always go to God and we pray to Him. Please join me. Heavenly Father, by the blood of your Son, Jesus, my Lord and Savior, through the Holy Spirit, I come to your realm to thank you for another day of my life with you and my family, to thank you for what we are about to share. Father, you told me that you would never leave me, that you would never forsake me. You told me that you would always be there by my side. I wish to tell you that I trust you. It is in the name of your Son, Jesus, by the Holy Spirit, that I trust and pray to you. Amen. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to study the Iraqi dinar. Everything that I say to you is just strictly my opinion, and the reason why is because this is a speculative investment. You don't go around giving a date or a rate. Anybody that does, you should run away from them. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce two subjects. Two subjects. These are two powerful events that have occurred in the monetary reform of our study. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you all the way back. I can't believe I was with you for, let me see, what side do I look at, honey? The side that is plugged in or not?
No.
Over here, look over here. I can't believe I was with you for over 2 hours yesterday. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. But there was so much to share with you. And in the same manner, tonight, there is so much to share with you. And what I'm going to do is do my very best to share it. And I always hold it up. I'm not in the mood to do that today. And the reason why is because I am behind schedule. It's already almost 8 minutes after 5, and I have some meetings that I have to attend. So I've got to hurry this up. Now, there's a lot, but I'm going to take you all the way back. Oh, dear God, please help me get to it. We were with you yesterday from 4:30 to about 6:30, almost a quarter to 7. I couldn't believe that. I'm sorry. I lost the track of time. It just kept going and going. And now what I'm going to do is, if I can find this, dear God, I'm going to take you to where we left off last night. And if you remember, last night, I left you about 6:30. So I'm going to show you where that happened. Oh my God. As I'm still looking, it's just endless. I mean, we're talking about a mile of reports. Look, why don't we start here? Because this is what happened right around 9 o'clock last night. This is around 9:29 last night. This happened. Now I'm going to read, and I'm going to read fast. I'm going to explain fast, and there are two major events that happened. This is the first one. Then, when I'm ready to enter into the second major event that happened, I will tell you that we are looking at the second thing. Here we go. Number one, yesterday, 9:21 in the evening. The television has this. You are looking for a very important signal from inside of Iraq's monetary reform. Mr. Frank, the CBI right now is openly declaring its intentions to zero out the gap between the official and the parallel dollar rate. You understand? It's 1320. They want to zero it out. That's not casual language, sir. That is policy language, and it is coming from the CBI. Below is a full report for you. There are still 7 more reports coming in. This is a clean breakdown of what Quasai, QUSAI. This is a complete clean breakdown of what Safwan, SAFWAN, Quasi, QUSAI. This is a complete breakdown of what of Safwan Quasai just gave the comment, the statement, and what this actually means. What Safwan Quasai just confirmed is that the CBI is working on, here are 4 points. Number 1, actively working to eliminate the gap between the official rate and the street parallel rate. Number 2, using deliberate procedures, meaning coordinated technical steps, not political talk. I know. Number 3, targeting speculation, smuggling, and irregular dollar movements. Number 4, addressing imbalance in both the monetary system and the commercial import system. Mr. Frank, this was just announced to us straight from the Central Bank of Iraq. I'm asking you, family, to really focus on what I'm about to do tonight. This is exactly the type of language that is used when a central bank of a country is preparing to do one of these 3 things that we are suggesting. Number 1, a tightening of the foreign exchange controls. Number 2, a shift in currency management, or number 3, a transition to a more stable, internationally compliant foreign exchange environment. Now, why does this statement matter to us as Iraqi citizens? This is not a random economist, Mr. Frank. This is Safwan Quasai, who is one of the CBI's go-to public communicators. When we are to listen to the CBI, we are to listen to him. When he says, quote, the central bank is working to reduce the price gap to zero. When he says that, when he says that the central bank is working to reduce the price gap to zero, it means that the CBI wants the public, the Iraqi citizens, to understand the following. And we broke it down to 4 different things for you. Number 1, the parallel market is being targeted for elimination. If it's being eliminated, then something else is going to replace it. They are telling us this, sir. This is the biggest barrier to the foreign exchange normalization for our country. Number 2, there's so much to share with you tonight. I'm asking you, focus and let me talk as fast as I can. Number 2, the CBI believes it now has the tools to close the gap. Thanks to Mark. These tools include, and then they break it down as far as the different types of tools that the CBI is using right now. Number one, invoice verification. No more fake stuff. Invoice verification. Number two, trade documentation audits. Busted. Number three, restrictions on cash dollar use. Yeah. Number four, bank compliance upgrade. Done it. Number five, new capital requirements. Number six, international auditing partnerships. And number seven, digital tracking of foreign transfers. Now, the number three issue we want to bring out to you, Frank, is this align. Number three, this is the third one in their analysis. This aligns with the IMF and the United States Treasury compliance track. This is what they wanted us to do just before we raised the value. Iraq cannot move to a modern FX, which is foreign exchange. Iraq cannot move to a modern foreign exchange regime until the parallel market is under control. Why do you want to go into that? Because that's the float. Continuing. Now, what does, quote, zeroing the gap? What does it usually signal in the monetary reform? The following. Toy VP, I'm introducing part one, but then there was part two. I didn't get a chance to share it with you and everybody else that called me last night. Continuing. What does, quote, zeroing the gap, unquote, usually signal in a monetary reform for a country? When a central bank, all of this was announced to the citizens last night. The CBI, their spokesman, it wasn't even a lock, the flunky guy. When a central bank publicly commits to eliminating the parallel market, it typically means, you know what it means. You know darn well what it means. And they point out to me four different things. When a central bank publicly, for the first time, commits to eliminating the parallel market gap, it typically means, number one, they are preparing for a unified exchange rate. Number two, they are nearing the end of the compliance phase. We did everything you told us. Number three, they want to stabilize the currency before any structural change. And number four, they are signaling to the international markets that the speculation will no longer be profitable. Stop your lies. This is the same pattern that was seen in four different parts around the world. Number one, Egypt before unification did this. Number two, Nigeria before the foreign exchange reform that they went through. Number three, Sudan before the rate conversion. And number four, Iraq itself back in 2009 and 2010. Now, what this means for Iraq's current situation, given everything, so now it's going to be a point by point breakdown of what we're sharing with you right now. Now, given everything that is happening, all the things that the CBI has accomplished for the monetary reform thus far, the banking reforms, the capital requirements, the international audits, the U.S. pressure, and political reshuffling, this statement fits perfectly into the broader picture, which is, we believe, in our opinion, Mr. Frank, CBI is preparing the environment for a foreign exchange normalization. You can't normalize the currency when the street rate is running wild. That's what's been happening lately. So closing the gap is the final technical step before any monetary reform shift. And the fact that the Euphrates News aired this on their mainstream program means that the CBI wants the public to hear this. Not only the world, not only the Iraqi citizen, but the world. This is excellent news. This is excellent news. Yeah, I agree. This is excellent news. This is the definition of how they're going to give you purchasing power. No. Hold on. Can we do that? That's a lot of good stuff. I can only show you so much, but the end of that long report, they said exactly. Get your cigars out. Motro, thank you. We need help for your walking stick. Thank you. Um, and so at the conclusion of this report, they say to me, exactly, get your cigars out. And Eddie says that he will bring the bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken. And then I say, and I'll bring the cookies. Thank you, gentlemen. I'm so happy that you guys are at peace today. I'm so happy that you guys are at peace today. And then, but I can't show you the other report. But then, based on that report, they said, we're coming to Ohio to see you. Frank, Omar's buddies, the executive, Omar's buddies are saying that closing the monetary gap is a final technical step before any new monetary shift and value. Listen carefully to that. And these are the executives that are telling my friends that. They're here. Is he in? Uh, Omar's buddies are closing the gap. Monetary gap is the final step before any new monetary shift and value. Well, I do know that closing the gap is defined by removing 1320, isn't it? And then what do? Well, you have to fill it in. So you would replace it, in my opinion, with purchasing power for the citizens. So these words from the CBR are defining. So these words from the CBI are defining that a new exchange rate is about to be used by a mechanism by the CBI for the monetary reform. Frank, Eddie's bank friends want you to know that this is the step that is required right now. It is a technical step to get the gap closed. It is a requirement from the IMF. And they can do this by several different ways, they are telling us. He was saying that some of the ways they could do it, like restricting the dollar and holding accountable a list of stuff that they have. But he was saying this doesn't necessarily say that there's going to be a rate change right away. It is the last technical step before any monetary change could take place. So the IMF was looking for this step before any kind of rate change. Yes, the IMF was looking for this step before any rate change could occur. He said one of the things that they were talking about was forced. We have to force the dollar out of our country. Is basically what this is trying to say. We have to force the money exchangers. We have to crack down on them, and that's why the market is being removed. Now, this is absolute, Frank. You know what it means when he says that word to me. Of course. Then I say to him, absolute. Thank you. Okay. Tell me more about this IMF requirement. Tell me more about this step. Of course. Let me quickly, of course, let me quickly summarize it for you. Absolutely. There it is again. That's the classic sequence. These are the events that should be happening right now before any central bank can even think about adjusting the official rate. They have to stabilize the playing field. Thank you, Ronald. God bless you. Listen, these are these executives. They're saying to Omar and to us, this what they just did, what they just announced. Before any central bank can even think about adjusting their official rate, they have to stabilize the playing field. In other words, it's like making sure that the boat isn't leaking before you start adding new gear. Oh yeah, This is basically the final technical hurdle they have to clear. Once they get that gap down to zero, then any kind of new rate or monetary shift is much more stable ground. So you are reading this right. I didn't show you with our conversation, but I asked them some questions, and at the end, they tell me, "Yeah, you're interpreting this right, Frank. You got this down right, big fellow. Thank you. God bless you. You got this down right." Then I said, "All I know, gentlemen, is that the only way to close the gap is by removing 1320 and replacing it with a different rate. It's that simple. The CPI is the only one that is admitting this today, and and what is so wonderful is that it's coming straight from the horse's mouth, not from a lock. It's coming from the board of directors. They're the ones that sent this guy out." I thank you. I agree that I'm reading this correctly, laughing out loud. Make sure that you understand, Frank. The goal is to go from 1320 to zero, and then they can do a rate change. Today, this was early in the mornings. Today, the dinar dropped to 110. So we need both rates to be mirror images. Okay. We are forcing the importers to use electronic platforms. This will also be a big gap closer. I agree, gentlemen. I agree. The digitalization is also playing an important part. The fact that they want to do this is so wonderful. The fact that they're telling you this is amazing. We agree. We gave you the report, but our guys at the bank want to give you their summary. Here's his summary. Here's his summary. Absolutely. Here is the accurate snapshot. The official rate set by the Central Bank of Iraq is about 1320 IQD per USD. On the street market, the rate recently dropped from over 1500 IQD per USD down to about 110 dinars, now sitting at roughly 1420 to 1430 IQD per USD. That means that the gap, the official rate, the gap between the official rate and the street rate is narrowing, and the street rate is now in the 1400 range, like you noted, Mr. Frank, in your report. So this from, they're still talking to me. So this from the news. So this from the news article they're reading in the news this morning. The United States Department confirmed on Wednesday, January 28, 26, that the position of the United States President Donald J. Trump on Nouri al-Maliki nomination for prime minister does, quote, does not carry any threat, unquote. Does not carry any threat. Oh, I love that. Okay. The United States Department said in press statement seen by Baghdad Today that, quote, the United States fully respects Iraq's sovereignty and does not seek to impose decisions or names on the Iraqi political process, explaining that Trump's statement about Iraq came from a position of political responsibility and not within the framework of their interfering in the internal affairs of Iraq or harming its sovereignty. Darn right. Darn right. Continuing, 9 o'clock this morning, next report. Television Now is saying that the coordination framework didn't hold the emergency meeting that they were supposed to have, according to their press release right after President Trump scared them. They said, we postponed the meeting due to the embarrassment from the meaning of the words from the President of the United States of America. This is all crazy, Frank. They were embarrassed and they didn't want to meet. No. They showed them meeting. And they said that they met at Maliki's house. And then they said that they back him. And now they have the meeting again. And they say the opposite. They're crazy. They're just simply crazy. We're not even paying them any mind. Good. Finally, we're not paying them any mind. There you go. Finally, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Sir Richards. Yeah. Thank you, Sir Richards. Simplified. Hurrah. Um, hurrah. We're not paying attention. Now, Frank, television is showing our CBI governor on the television at a round table with the Iraqi national media. And this is interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, do you understand the first part that I just gave you? Hey, T, how you doing, buddy? Do you understand what I just told you? That first one? I pray to God that you understand that it is the voice of the board of directors. It is not a lock. This man that came out and spoke and what I just told you, okay, that's huge. The CBI says we want to get rid of 1320. What are you going to replace it with? Oh, okay, I see. All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to say to you, this is part two. This is part two. You ready? Then all of a sudden, the television is showing the governor of Central Bank of Iraq. He's on the television at a round table. We have the pictures with the Iraqi national media. A lock in the media. Guess what? They're signing a letter of understanding. They're signing a contract, really, with the national media of our country. They're doing this to endorse and strengthen the dinar with the citizens of our country, with information, he says. Allah said that, Frank. He is trying to get the what the CBI has done to strengthen the Iraqi dinar to us and how good the program has been working. Allah, he wants to get the strength into the citizens of our country. And this blitz media campaign is the way to do it. He stated that by doing this, gaining the confidence of the dinar into the citizens will strengthen the dinar in our country, which also will strengthen our dinar globally. These are our words for word that we taught you from Walking Stick. This is we told you they would explain the how, the when, the where, the why, everything about the monetary reform. And the second part of what I'm bringing you tonight is a lock. Who sent you? Board of directors? They sent that other economist. Who sent you? Thank you, sir. Is that Sir Richards again? Thank you, Sir Richards. God bless you. It is different. Richard Dates. Thank you, sir. God bless you. But wait a minute. So you're telling me, CBI, like you're telling me that there's a media blitz? That you guys signed a contract with the media that's Iranian owned? Why'd you do that? Because we want them to stop lying. Really? Yeah. He stated that by doing this, it's gaining the confidence of the dinar to the citizens, and it will strengthen the dinar in our country, which also strengthens our dinar globally around the world. People will know the truth about what we're doing. He's saying that this is something that will also help stop the hoarding of money and mattress dinars. He expects, how are you going to get the mattress dinars? The only way is to raise the value. So why would you say that? Because you're raising the value. And you know that, Allah. You know that. He's saying that. He's saying that this is something that will also help to stop the hoarding of the money, the dinar mattresses, and expects by this campaign that this contract that they have signed with the media, this campaign by the CBI with the media, with information supporting the dinar so that the people of Iraq will start bringing in their dinars to the banks. And he said, this is one preparation. This is just one. This is first step. This is one preparation to get the people educated on what's going on and prepare the dinar for global strength. Allah, where did you get the matzo balls? Well, I was told to do this. That's right. As much as many of you wanted to spit in Allah's eye, I kept telling you, no, He's well trained. Sit. Good boy. Roll over. Good boy. Oh, no, Frank, but he hasn't lifted the value of the currency yet. He doesn't have the power to do it. Well, who does? That's not the question. The question is who's in control right now? Continuing. The central bank governor talked a long time about this on the television, Frank. He seems to be wanting to brag about what he's been keeping quiet all this time. He's been talking a long time on the TV about this media campaign blitz with the Iraqi media, with the Iraqi national media, saying that this is to let the Iraqi citizens grow with knowledge about the dinar and the monetary reform, and while and what monetary reform and probably what and why all has happened at the CBI to strengthen it. And he is saying that this will help to stop the rise and recent rises in the street of the black market by giving people more confidence in their own currency, and it will start to bring it in, and they will start to bring it in. So it's a big contract made with the media company. It was signed today. So this second point that we're bringing to you, this is massive. This is massive. The CPI signed a contract with the national media of Iraq to tell the truth about the monetary reform of the Iraqi citizens. Yeah. Then I read you all the reports, right? So now I'm going to respond. Good morning, gentlemen. I'm reading your reports and I'm responding to them now. But I must say, what a wonderful news we had last night, didn't we? I mean, I can't believe that they actually told you that the black market is going to be eliminated. I found that to be very interesting. Let's see what you got today. Then here's another report from them. Frank, Omar says, here it is in short. Here's a summary that they just released to us, a summary report. And here we go. The Central Bank of Iraq governor signed a memorandum of understanding with the Iraqi media network to boost cooperation. This partnership is all about enhancing financial literacy. This partnership is all about enhancing financial literacy and making sure that the Iraqi citizens get accurate information about the dinar and the monetary reform and the broader financial landscape. Essentially, they want to control the narrative. Yeah, tell the truth and keep folks informed. So there's less reliance on rumors. The CBI governor emphasized that this is a way to strengthen public confidence in the banking system and ensure everyone is on the same page as they roll out. As they what? As they roll out. Roll what out, Alok? You're cute, Alok. You're running out of ways to say it, huh? Continuing. The Central Bank of Iraq governor also did this, he said, to help educate the Iraqi citizens on the truth. Can you believe that, sir? How ironic. We question the truth with them. They want to tell us the truth now? What's going on? And they tell us not to scare the citizens by giving false media reports about the dinar, which causes people to hoard their dinars. It should be hoard. To hoard their dinars and our country's dinars by people putting out false information for their good and not for the good of our country. I can't believe you guys finally grew up. You're a bunch of children running around like a bunch of Keystone cops bumping into each other. Now you're telling the truth. Thank you. Now I'm going to respond, and I respond a lot. Finally, you say to me that you are not paying any mind to Maliki and his people. Finally, you have broken through the barrier of the paranoia, fear that Maliki tries to put into you. Finally, you are fighting back against the evil from Iran that hates you, Iraqi citizens. Finally, you are going to move forward with the United States of America into a new exchange rate. Now, of course, the perpetual, habitual lies that come up constantly are on purpose. This morning, they said, we didn't talk to Maliki. No, bunch of liars. They were too embarrassed to tell you the truth that they decided to kick him out. They didn't want to admit that they met at Maliki's house to deal with this and do damage control. They are defeated. They know that we have our military armada surrounding Iran. There's nothing that they can do. I keep telling you that I kept telling you everything was going to be all right. So, gentlemen, yesterday we learned from the CBI, from one of their top economists, and probably from the board of directors, that the black market rate is about to be removed. It's about to be closed. They want to go from 1320 down to zero. Wow! Wow! That type of information that came late last night was astonishing. And and like you said, gentlemen, I sincerely believe that this is the last thing that the IMF wants them to do before they lift the value. And you may have a point. This delay with Maliki might have been done on purpose. Either way, things are moving along beautifully now that the United States of America is there with you. Also, it is incredible, the World Bank is building their office in Baghdad? What for? Oh, I guess you guys are going to do a change to your monetary policy. Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank, you said that they are going to go to zero. They're at 1320. They got that would be not the zero. Just make it clear. Just making clear to you. We know about the black market. It's jumped over at 1590. It came down yesterday to 1570. It came down again to 1420, 1430, and the official rate is 1210. So there's still a little bit of a gap, but they're talking about to get it back down to 1320 would be the zero gap. There. That means it would equal to what the official rate is. Then I say, oh my goodness. Oh, oh my goodness. Are you serious? I mean, the first part was exciting. Now, okay, oh my goodness. Are you serious, gentlemen? The CBI governor came out and told you today that the CBI and the media are joining forces to tell Iraq citizens the truth about the monetary reform? Oh my goodness. This is what Walking Stick told me would happen at the very end. And if I'm understanding this correctly, then the media is about to tell the Iraqi citizens the truth, everything about the monetary reform. And when they say that this will cause the hoarded dinars to come in, it can only be because of a new exchange rate. No Iraqi is going to bring it in unless you have another rate. Oh my goodness, I can't believe what the CBI said yesterday and what they're saying today. And while all of this is going on, Maliki is being removed because you needed security stability from Maliki and Iran. And President Trump gave you that within 3 days. Oh my goodness, I can't believe what you're telling me today from the CBI. This is unbelievably fantastic. I can't wait to read the rest of what you have sent me. And by then, already continuing, the governor did. Yeah, we were surprised. I mean, especially when you see a lot come out and say what he did. The plan was to control the black market, he said, and the goal was to get it down to what the official rate was. This was not a lock saying this, by the way. This was an official on the television from the CBI saying it. The CBI saying that this is their plans, that this is their plan. CBI only came out today, and he's the only one, the CBI governor, that made the contact with me. Yeah, so Alak is the only one that we got this from so far, but and Alak didn't say anything about this yesterday. This is just from officials who have given the plan of the CBI, who were given the plan of the CBI. So even though it's plans, yeah, it was from a large mouth, is what they're trying to tell me, but it was a CBI that plans. I said, gentlemen, this contract with the CBI and the media is supposed to build the confidence in the citizens about your monetary reform, about your currency. Yes, because this information is going to explain the new exchange rate. They are still being cautious with the words that they are using, but all you have to do is plug in the word exchange rate in their sentences, and you can see very clearly what they're doing. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this day. They say it is to enhance financial literacy. Gentlemen, they say it's to enhance financial literacy. Gentlemen, I'm going crazy over here, man. I'm going crazy. This is absolutely incredible news. This is absolutely incredible news. And they say, yeah, it is. Hey, let me ask you, is this incredible news? Yes, it's incredible news. That's exactly right, Mr. Frank. The contract that was signed with the media and the CBI is a very big step. It caught us off guard. That's the public information phase. Well, and how and now the well now the question is, how long is that phase going to take? Is it going to last long? I hope that's not a lengthy time to educate us. I guess he didn't have any other alternative but to tell us they're going to do this. They were being they there were being we were being fed whatever. That's a mess up. We were being fed so many lies that people were running in to get rid of or to get dollars in place of the dinars because everybody was in shock by the raise of the dollar in the last 2 weeks, causing people to lose confidence in the monetary reform and the banking. But the steps that they took yesterday and today have helped have helped to get the strength and some of the strength back. And the dinar did drop by 110, so it's strengthened. So maybe this campaign, maybe it'll be better. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they want to take it down to zero and they want to educate you on what they're going to do to replace it. Yeah, I think that's good. That's very good. Okay. Gentlemen, they say this is to keep everyone on the same page and roll out. My question is as they roll out what? A new exchange rate? They say they did this to tell the citizens the truth. Oh my goodness. I'm rolling on the floor, laughing my head off. I am. I am rolling on the floor, laughing my head off. What an incredible day of information. Are they happy, Tink? Okay. Then they say to me, "Yeah, Frank, they did say it. And they also told us it was too much false information. That's why they want to tell us the truth. There was so much false information coming from these bad people that was affecting the dinar, and that's why they signed a national contract with the national media of Iraq, and that any news pertaining to the dinar will officially come from this media site only from now on, and all other so-called outlets or news TV stations are to be basically ignored. The true facts of a dinar would be coming from this news media blast from now on. And they said that this was a campaign to strengthen the dinar, to educate the citizens and prepare the citizens for a stronger dinar, and actually prepare the dinar for global transactions. All of this was said to the Iraqi citizens today. Dear God. And actually prepared the dinar for global transaction. That's the float. I say, I say, you see how they're playing games with words? You see how they're playing games with words? They just told you that this is to strengthen the dinar. Well, the only thing they can do that is a new exchange rate. Then they tell you that this is to make the dinar stronger. Well, the only way is with a new exchange rate. Then they tell you that this is to prepare the dinar to go into the international global theater. Well, that's only with a new exchange rate would allow the international community to welcome the dinar, because right now it is not welcomed at 1320, is it? Now, this subject about getting down to zero in the black market, I don't care who said it, the economists, the board of directors, a lot, I don't care. All I care about is that the information is correct, and apparently it is because they signed a contract with the media to get it correct. This is highly influenced to get it right, the media that is highly influenced by Iranian ownership. When you sit back and look at everything that is happening in the last 72 hours, You can see our fingerprints are all over this. This is incredible news today. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah, then, then some other things. Look, then I sent them this. I will show you those two when I'm done in a second here. Hey, Neil, get these to your executive friends and I'm sorry, to Omar and his executive friends. It backs up what we told them in the last 24 hours. Frank Omar says, exactly, sir. And they told us yesterday that we are glad to see it today. Awesome news, which is what I'm going to show you in a little bit. It is, Omar. It is incredible news today. It's like seeing the checkered flag as we are about ready to win the race. Indeed, this has got to be considered a financial final step because it is a requirement from the IMF. You got to get to zero on the black market. You have to clear the slate. You have to remove the Iranian influence. And now they're about to hit a media blitz campaign to educate the citizens of Iraq. Yeah, yeah, it will rebuild confidence that they recently lost. But more importantly, it's going to tell the citizens the truth about the monetary reform, that a new exchange rate is coming, that lower notes are coming with it, that purchasing power is here for them, let alone the budget and the HCL. This is a 1-2 power punch combination yesterday and today. They told the world 1320 is being eradicated. And then they tell the media to tell the world and the citizens of Iraq the truth of what they will replace that 1320 with. Of course, they're not saying it directly right now, but they don't have to, do they? There's a book here in America that has these words. These were the worst of times. These were the best of times. Well, gentlemen, these are the fantastic times. You see anything new? Yeah. Continuing. Uh, Continuing. Then they said, Mr. Frank, we are happy to see that actual as well too. But you know what? We think that Alok was forced to do that. Of course he was. He wasn't ever going to do it on his own. We think that Alok was forced to do that. And that's not really a good sign. Because if you think about it, here we go, negativity. If you think about it, who was that? Hope Heroes. Not Hope. Kelly's Heroes. Remember that movie with Clint Eastwood and Donald Sutherland? He was in the tank, and they fired they fired the tank, and it wasn't a shell, it was paint, and they hit poof 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 on the wall of the German building, and the guy says, "Wow, man, groovy, is so beautiful," and the captain was so pissed off. Said, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And the guy's like, "Oh, always with the negative waves, man. What negative waves?" So I couldn't help but to think of that moment when they're telling me, yeah, okay, it was a lot that set up, but he was forced. And you know what? That's not a good sign. Stop with the negative waves already. If you think about it, he should have already done this. Yeah, I know that. The only reason, Frank, that he was forced to do that is because the people started panicking in the streets and getting fed up. And they were thinking that the dinar was useless by all the faults that the media lies were giving us. And started headed to the banks and getting dollars out, and that's part of it, and that's a major part because that's that's how we saw the street rate jump all the way up to 1590, and they were even talking about it could go to 1800. Oh wow, it could go to 1800. It is possible, and maybe even higher. and that would be a total collapse. So then he was kind of forced to do this, to go ahead and say this. And who knows how long he'll do this campaign. It'll drag it out for a long time. I hope not. You know, it is a lock, but you know that a lock doesn't have the authority. I say, I understand your caution, gentlemen, but I understand what is happening. At least I think I do. Frank, television is talking about some of the things to control the rate by the CBI, like we talked about yesterday, the monetary reform and the financial measures to control the market and how to protect the Iraqi dinar. Television is now telling us how that the Central Bank of Iraq measures led the banks to finance and development projects. That's a big headline that's they're talking about on the television right now that the CBI was showing. Also, the television is showing the Minister of Finance approved the steps to resolve outstanding obligations among the finance, oil, and electricity ministers under the federal law of 20 of those numbers. That is important too. That's important too. That is very good. The next thing, and this is a rapid fire of TV. The next one, this is the sixth thing that's showing they're seeing on TV. So CBI on television saying that the World Bank is proceeding with opening an office in Baghdad. That's right, Frank. They actually said that the World Bank is opening an office in Baghdad. Now, if we had all this political stuff, and I knew it was a big ultimate thing, there's no way in hell that they would be opening a bank here, their office. They're opening the office here in Baghdad. The World Bank is opening office. Can you pick up what I'm putting down? Yeah. What, you like the rock or what? Can you pick up what I'm putting down? Continue, Mr. Frank. We just want you to know that, he would. There was panic in the streets. We were writing. We were doing this. We were doing that. It was locked in today. It was made. We were more than convinced that a lot was forced to do this. It is great news, but he was forced to do that. If there wasn't pressure and panic in the streets, he would not be starting this education process to tell us about the reform. He is still deeply wound with Maliki. So we very much don't like him. And we're very weary of him. Still, he had to do what he was told to do. He's got to do just enough to keep things float and make it like he's doing something. But really, he's not. Like you say, he's just a yes man. He uses this issue a lot to cause pain for us. But we hear that a lock is an issue, Frank. Then I say, so the CBI says that they're using monetary and financial measures. That's interesting. They're talking about the mechanism that they're using to control your exchange rate, gentlemen. But to be serious, the only solution is a new exchange rate. In my opinion, that mechanism that the IMF wants them to use is now. They called it financial development projects, laughing out loud. Like I said before, they are being very creative in the way that they are telling you that there is a new exchange rate coming without using those precise words directly because it's against your constitution right now. I agree, gentlemen. The CBI yesterday and today are creating some amazing headlines for your news concerning your monetary reform. I was talking with Walking Stick today, and he said that this is the way it's supposed to happen as they bring out the new rate and the lower notes. He reminded me that he told me that there would be bulletin boards, that there would be commercials, that there would be posters in the banks. And now he's telling me that this contract with the media and the CBI is setting the stage for the monetary reform truth directly now to the Iraqi citizens. No more lies, no more horsing around, especially now that we have Iran in better under control. Their conversation to the Iraqi citizens is constantly talking about outside your borders, which is their way of talking about the float. laughing out loud. Omar, you asked me to, can I pick up on what you're putting down? In all honesty, we picked it up last night. We had the article, but there was so much that I forgot to talk about it. I forgot to talk about the World Bank. I talked for 2.5 hours last night. I will mention the World Bank tonight in Baghdad. I was busted out laughing because when I saw that they were opening up in Baghdad, I busted out laughing because obvious is obvious. Gentlemen, I am very aware of Allah's loyalty and where it lies. Like I told you before, he's nothing more but a yes man. Yeah, you need to focus more on something else, gentlemen, not on Allah. The fact that the monetary reform education, the truth about the new exchange rate, the lower notes is about to be told to the citizens of Iraq. Walking Stick told me it's going to be in stages. Listen. Walking Stick told me that this education is going to be in stages where they tell you about it. Then they will start to tell you that because they have controlled the black market now, there is a need to replace it with a different rate. And they will explain how it will bring purchasing power to the citizens. It must not shock the Iraqi citizens. It must not fail with them, because if they reject this, then the whole monetary reform will fall. It will be worse than Donald Trump giving you sanctions. It'll be worse than Donald Trump giving you sanctions. Okay. Yeah, don't be fooled by Allah, Frank. I told him, I says, I'm not Allah's fool. Eddie, when you say to me that Allah is just going to do, just enough to keep it going for the education process, no, 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 no. He does not have the power. He is simply a yes man. He does not have any authority. He cannot make any decisions. He can't even blow his nose unless we tell him to. I did. I did say that. I'll tell you what, Eddie. I'm not going to talk about this. I already talked about now. I don't want to go through the same now. What you need to confirm yourself right now is the fact. What you need to concern yourself right now is with the fact that they're about to talk to you, Iraqi citizens, about the monetary reform literacy, the education that you don't have right now. You are an Iraqi citizen, Eddie. That's what you need to pay attention to right now. Not the nonsense about Allah, not the nonsense about Maliki. We are not there. We, the United States of America, we are not there wasting our time. You have to realize this by now. So much has happened since Mark Zavia landed. And as far as when you will have your new exchange rate, I have no idea. But I know that they're about to explain it to you. That's what you need to focus on. I love you, Eddie, okay? Mr. Frank, we love you too, but we've been disappointed so many times. Here's the. That's enough. So you have just received two powerful things, and the title of your UB2B is exactly that: Zero and Media. Mr. T, I'm calling you. Mr. T, I'm calling you. So these two powerful thoughts, I'm asking you, take it to God in prayer, please. Okay, this is powerful. Now I want to show you something. I know you belong to KTFOs.com, and if you don't belong to KTFOs.com, you may want to join. Now, what I want to show you, we're in the form. Go to page 322 of the final article thread. Unbelievable. Go to page. Wow, it's frozen. Man, I'm so tired. Oh, I guess it takes forever. I have so many tabs. I guess it's my fault. Go to page 322. Go to page 322. And when you get there, go to the very bottom. I have to wait. It's slow. All right, I'm there now. Let's go to the very bottom. Look at final article number 6,448. And what you're going to see is the central bank intends to eliminate the gap between the official dollar exchange rate and the parallel market rate. Economist Safan Kwasi confirmed the central bank's determination to eliminate the gap in the official dollar exchange rate and its price in the parallel market. The central bank is working to reduce the price gap to zero through well thought out procedures involving specialists aimed at controlling the movement of the dollar and limiting irregular speculation. The transition of the Iraqi economy from a closed system to a free economy requires a clear roadmap and linking Iraq to clean and transparent global markets. This is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Then, underneath it, number 2, the Central Bank of Iraq initiated the signing of a joint memorandum of understanding with the Iraqi Media Network in a step aimed at expanding the frameworks of the cooperation and institutional integrity between the two sides. They highlighted the banking sector and monetary policy in the country in a way that contributes to enhancing financial awareness and consolidating confidence in the Iraqi financial and banking sector. Wow. So, that's what you'll find in the final article thread. The 2 articles that back up exactly what we have been teaching tonight. Everything that I said to you sounds miraculous. It sounds supernatural. It sounds almost impossible. But I'm here to tell you is for real. That's the first one that you'll see. And that's the second one that you will see. Your students. I expect you to study. I expect you to know this forward and backwards, because the next step will be massive campaign that will start to talk to the Iraqi citizens about all the things that Walking Stick and I have talked to you about, family, for a long time. Now, I want to say goodbye, but before I do, I'd like to bring you another bank story. I have found bank stories to be very, very useful, motivational, hopeful, and educational. So what you're going to hear another one right now. In fact, tomorrow I'll bring another bank story. These bank stories are amazing. Let's listen to this one. I pray to God the answer.
Frank, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Mr. T. I'm kind of tired, but boy, I tell you, I think you have a lot of energy. The floor is yours. Start from the beginning. Have fun. Knock yourself out. You are from Nebraska, Omaha.
Yes, Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah,
Omaha,
Frank,
Nebraska. I feel like calling out cadence. Omaha, Nebraska. So you're dealing with Chase Bank, Mr. T.
Yes.
The floor is yours. Go for it.
Okay, thank you. Well, KTFA family, hi, how are you? God bless. I hope everybody's healthy and doing well. I've got another story. I actually was able to set up an appointment with Chase Bank here in Omaha. My appointment was at 3 o'clock this afternoon. It was very, very interesting. My wife and I met with not only a wealth manager for the Chase Bank, but accompanying him was a representative from JP Chase Morgan. So a big wealth manager from the head corporate office. And anyway, we brought a list of our speculative investments, which would be our 4 currencies. Prior to this appointment, I had about a 15-minute call with them. They had a checklist of they wanted to know all this information prior to the personal meeting, and they wanted to know basically what we had for investments. And I told them currency, we have some precious metals and things like that. And then that was about it. And we get to the meeting, and the Chase banker, the wealth manager, was very, very very, very quiet. I thought it was very strange. He didn't talk a lot. A lot of the talking was done by the J.P. Morgan Chase representative, and he had mentioned a couple of things after we showed him the list that we had foreign currencies, and he said, "Well, I'm just really glad that you guys didn't put your life savings, quote unquote, into this currency because it's a speculative investment." And he said people have been coming into our bank here for a couple of years, telling us that the Iraqi dinar was going to revalue real soon. And I said, "Sir," I said, we've been following this for we put minimal into the investment of the currency. Our investment was not a lot of money, and we know it was speculative, and we are just here to discuss any options with Chase should one or all of our currencies revalue, and we just wanted to know the programs that you have to offer us." And they mentioned there was at the time of these currencies. So they said basically, after these currencies revalue, you can come back and talk to us, and we can get into more detail about what we can do to use your monies to make smart investments, like either precious metals or property, or putting it into a type of a 401k, into stocks, bonds, that sort of thing. But the wealth manager from J.P. Morgan mentioned that he did not hold any dinar because he said a lot of people think that this is they've been saying it's going to revalue for several years, and we haven't really seen anything transpire. And so they were very they weren't too excited, I don't think, to talk to us, but I think they knew a lot more than they were willing to say at this point in time. So especially the wealth manager that actually works there at the bank. He's not the wealth manager is not actually associated with JP Morgan, but he was very, very quiet, and they said that they would contact us should they see any changes in these currency markets. They would pretty much contact us, but that's about really all I have. So it was very interesting, but they were very, very, they were pretty quiet. I think they know. I think they know a lot more than what they were willing to say.
They were sensitive to any questions that you might have.
Yes.
They never denied it, did they?
No, not at all.
They didn't treat you like the other bank treated you.
No, not at all.
And this is Chase Bank, right? This is Chase?
Yes, yeah. This is Chase, yes. This is a local Chase Bank in Omaha, yes.
Did they ask you they asked you what currencies you had, correct?
Yes, we showed them a list. As a matter of fact, before we went to the meeting, I spoke with this gentleman who's the bank representative, wealth manager. Okay. Or no, I take that back. I spoke with one of the bank tellers at Chase on the phone prior to setting up the meeting, okay. And we spoke about should this currency be at let's just say at a 1-to-1 value. What do you think you have in value? What do you think you have with all your currencies? And I said, probably 5 or 10 million, maybe more. And he said, "Oh, okay." And then so then we kind of went over that in the meeting today about how much we felt that we could have in the future, and they didn't say anything that would nothing really encouraging. Just and they mentioned it 3 or 4 times. "Well, we're glad you didn't put your life savings into this currency." And I said, "No, we didn't, but we feel comfortable that in the very, very near future, we expect to see a revaluation." And that's when the J.P. Morgan Chase wealth manager from corporate mentioned, "Oh, I don't hold any dinar, but, they've been promising this for a couple of years, and people come in here all the time thinking that they're going to get rich and blah, 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 blah." And it's like, we're confident that at some point in time in the very near future, sir, we think that with the little bits that we've invested, we really think it's going to pay off.
There you go. That was honest. That was fair.
Yeah.
As far as the other guy, hey, that's his opinion, but he's just lacking knowledge. And when it happens, it's too late. I'm sorry, he won't be a part of it. Now, what I find,
either one of them holds an arm, so
what I really found amazing is that the other guy, he actually presented scenarios that, what if it's 1-to-1? What if it's this rate? What if it's that rate? What would you have? He threw that out there.
Yeah, in our phone conversation, we talked about a 1-to-1, and I said we could have 30 million.
And
he goes, "Oh." Yeah,
this is very interesting.
It was interesting.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
because obviously this one guy, that something's going on. He doesn't know when. He doesn't know the amount. He even told you,
exactly,
when it happens, hey, come on down, man. We'll take good care of you. And the other guy,
and that's what he said.
The other guy,
that's what he said.
The other guy, he's like, yeah, I know about it, but I don't believe in it. Okay, fine. That's your opinion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly the truth.
Wow.
Totally opposite. Totally, and they're just the look on the wealth manager's face that works there in the office every day. It's like, I can see that look on his face, and if I could read his mind, I think it would say, "Guys, I hate to disappoint you, but this is not going to be what you think it is," because his lack of knowledge.
I tell you what, yeah, I know. I tell you what, thank you, Mr. T. And I'd like to encourage you to listen tomorrow, because we have another bank story. It's going to overlap with yours.
Awesome.
This one goes a little bit deeper. This person,
nice.
They talk to you about rates. They talk to them also about certain things that normally the subjects are not common within the banks, but behind closed doors. And if you find one that knows what's going on, then they're willing to talk to you. In fact, I'll give you a little sneak preview. The one for tomorrow, the bank told them, bring your dinars with you.
Oh my goodness.
So
yeah, that's they definitely are willing to say a little bit about what they know. So they're willing to admit some truth to what's really transpiring.
Thank you kindly. I'm so proud of you. And if you have any more, you feel free to call me, okay?
Okay, sir. God bless you guys. Thank you.
God bless you too.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes. Put my mic back up. Well, KTFA family, what do you think? Did you enjoy your UB2B tonight? I hope so. Did you learn something? Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think it's pretty powerful. Would you like to see him signing the contract? Yeah. So I leave you in peace. Remember yesterday I showed you somebody that, no, it wasn't yesterday, it was a few days ago. Somebody that broke my heart. Well, what I did is that, you see, there's so many people that want to talk to me, that want my help. And I'm gonna, but I only want to help those that are nice, that are polite. Remember I told you a few days ago, I said, you broke my heart, man. I was at your wedding. And then you said this? Really? Really? So one of my team members is actually going around at different guru sites, and we're looking for people that come to KTFA. Like, for example, this one says, he mentions this people, this site, this man, this guy and his people, they're amazing. You guys don't have any goofy stuff. If we want a clown in a suit, I'll go to McDonald's. If I want comedy, well, I'll just go to the Comedy Central. You guys are awesome here. God bless you all. We really appreciate everything that you do. God bless you again. Well, I'll tell you what, Kenneth Paul 5538, Kenneth Paul 5538. Good. I'm glad that you're happy with him. I'm glad that he helps you. Praise God for it. I'm glad you support him. But we kicked you out of KTFA always.com today, just like we did somebody 4 days ago. When you backstab us, what are you going to do when you're with us? So that's what my teams are doing. We're actually looking for people that are saying nasty things about me at other sites because I want to remove them from KTFA. Stay where you're at. Please stay where you're at. I hope you enjoyed your UB2B tonight. We normally have aloha when we're done. I don't have any aloha for you today. I'm tired and I have to get to another meeting. But this was very powerful. This was very powerful tonight, wasn't it? Oh, let's see here. Oh, thank you. So there's that post I was talking about. God bless you all. Thank you kindly for being with us. Walking Stick would like to tell you very briefly, because right about now everybody's dropping by, or I'm dropping by. This story sounds really okay. Get rid of that person. So nothing is happening tomorrow. Well, don't get rid of that person. That's just a question. But that other one, get rid of them, ban them completely. I don't want them in our presence. Alrighty, I'm not being mean. I'm sick and tired of childish attitudes. Now, Walking Stick. Let me see. Did we lose how many people? Oh, we didn't lose anybody. Frank, this media blitz is what Aki has been preparing us for, and it's going to come in 3 stages. The first stage this is going to explain the monetary reform to the citizens. The second stage will explain the new rate, and the third stage will explain the lower notes. It is actually perfect timing with what's going on in the Middle East, and it's also perfect timing with the USS Lincoln. Thank you, Walking Stick, and thank all of you. Last night, you saw me talking with Walking Stick. He surprised me, and he prepared me for the first part. And then this morning, our teams prepared us for the second part. You got 2 beautiful things, ZER0 and the media campaign. Take it to God in prayer. Thank you kindly for being with me tonight. Sweet aloha to you. And I will see you tomorrow. 4:30 tomorrow. I won't be late tomorrow, I promise, okay? God bless you all. Bye-bye. Oh, wait a minute. Bus driver, beep, beep. I have to turn it off? I just hit it? Is that what all I did?
I hope not.
Don't hit it with this? Why you want me?
Want to do another UB2B?
Never do another UB2B again? Never? If I hit it with this and turn it off, that means I'll never have to do another UB2B again?